pull it up now. It's like, what the hell's that sound? Let's see. What, you bored already? Oh, hi. What's up? Today isn't Friday, I know. But this morning, there was no Civic video either, so shit's getting weird. Changing it up a bit. Hola, Max. Hey, notifications do work. You guys do get notifications of this, right? It's ma'am.
I just showed the girl at work that video. I was like, you haven't seen that video yet? She goes, no. I was like, really?
Oh, man, yeah, I know. I had the pleasure of showing it to my coworkers, too. Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to get, this is just a random side note, I'm trying to get to my channel so that I can look at comments and everything. And I'm just noticing, like, I watched maybe 1 or 2 videos on some dudes, like, forging metal and stuff now on YouTube. Every single time, there's one of the same type of videos.
That's cool, a wheat twist.
It is pretty cool. I mean, that's how I got caught watching it in the first place. It was pretty sweet.
You just braid hot metal?
Yeah, I guess they, like, put different patterns of metal or different types of metal in it, and then they, like, hammer it all together, melt it all together, and then, like, in the finished product, there's, like, patterns in the knife.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Now that I've said something about it, Google's going to show me even more stuff. How do I get this? Hang on.
You go to your live video?
Oh, there we go. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. I need that mug. Yeah, I know that mug is pretty sweet.
Home goods. This mug is sweet.
I gotta do this. Every time it defaults to top chat instead of live chat.
Oh, wait, who said that? Dirt 4 Flab?
Yeah.
Maybe if I see the one, I'll send him. Because there was a second one. I did.
Okay. This time we actually did send the shirt out. Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. Kind of a like different schedule here. Probably is going to get a little bit random here now. That we don't have the regular trip on the weekend anymore. But I wanted to just explain what the change is, what's going on. Because we are definitely doing a lot different stuff, both for the race coming up, the no prep weekend, as well as just over the next couple of weeks. So I'll wait for a couple more people to get in, and then we'll start explaining it. Oh, hi, Cap. Hello. Damascus. Yeah, exactly. That's what keeps popping up on my feed now. It's hilarious. Oh, dude, no problem, man. We appreciate it. Dirt Floor Fab. So the Civic has a completely stock engine. Stock ass single cam. No, the Civic engine it's a stock bottom end, completely stock bottom end. We didn't do anything to the bottom. That's weird seeing it in both sides.
It fits more than like 1 cup too.
Yeah. So yeah, stock pistons, stock rods. We didn't touch the bottom end. We didn't even check bearings. We didn't do anything like that. It does have, we put a Z06 cam in it this time. It's a stock Z06 cam. Nothing fancy about it. And then it always gets all of the like junkyard motors that we do. They get springs, retainers, LS9 head gaskets, and ARP head studs. We did a new oil pump on this one too, but that one's also stock. But everything else is as old as the engine, as far as we know. Oh yeah, lifters too. We don't want it to sound like this bastard in the background.
Oh no, my tape's coming off.
Tape? Oh, don't want to do any purposeful advertisement. I mean, accidental advertisement.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I can't remember which ones we ended up going with. Why not LS9 cam? We had a Z06 cam laying around. Yeah. The truck behind us, that one's got a completely stock L33 cam. We didn't even take the cam out. I was actually kind of scared to. So, yeah. That's, yeah.
Tick, tick, tick.
Ticking away, old Liam does. And that's actually, so we'll talk more about that here in a second, but that's one of the reasons why we made some changes to the plan. Because, I mean, the truck motor needs some work. Namely lifters. I mean, every time we go out and race, I'm not really too worried about it because usually we have a trailer available. And, you know, if we break it at the track, I mean, it's kind of a controlled scenario. It's not too bad. But at this race, we're going to be driving in between 3 tracks. So I think it's a total of like 400 miles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if we should, I mean, I've driven it a lot. I've probably put 7,000 or 8,000 miles on it, and it's been ticking like a bastard the entire time. Hasn't gotten worse, but you know, my luck, it'll be when it finally breaks is, you know, out in the middle of nowhere in Kansas or some random ass place that we'll be driving. So we were gonna put lifters in this. That's the other thing. It needs a couple of other things too. Like, I mean, if we're doing lifters, then, you know, obviously we'll have to redo the head gaskets. But then that far in, we were like, well, why don't we just do a cam too? We have a set of ported heads and a cam. We could put that in there. It puts it in this weird middle ground though, because we can have these great heads and this great cam in there. But the power that those heads and cam will support, I don't think I'd feel safe putting the bottom end through that. So I don't know. It's this weird thing. We'll probably keep it as it is and just eventually do lifters. But I don't know. We're gonna beat the shit out of it tomorrow. Exactly how it sits right now. And we gotta do a little bit of stuff. Dr. Hertz, what's up, man? Chris Farley, damn, I'm excited for race week. Yeah, race week's gonna be crazy. So we're doing like a mini race week. I know I've brought it up a couple of times. I don't know if everybody has seen it, but the Great American No Prep Weekend. So it's not a full week; it's a little weekend. And instead of it being at like a prepped track where you go for times and like best average time over, you know, the entire event at each of the tracks, it is a race. It's a no prep race at every track. So, and each of them have different starting methods. So one of them is a pro tree, one of them's flashlight start, and the other one is arm drop. Like chases a race and everything at the I don't know what order they go in, but those are the 3 different starting methods. Any plans to do like a bad bitch setup in that truck? Probably not. I mean, I plan on making it as fast as humanly possible within, you know, kind of what we want to. I don't ever really want to exceed around 1,000 horsepower in it. I just don't. I don't feel like dealing with the stresses that come with that. So no, we overbuilt for the car to be okay at up to 1,000 horsepower. And that's probably always where it'll live. I don't really want to get too crazy with it. And I don't necessarily trust the chassis to go as fast as it could with, you know, 1,500 horsepower or something like that. It's quick enough as it is right now. But there's still a lot of room to grow in getting it competitive with the power that it has right now. We don't roll around with anywhere close to 1,000 horsepower. And, oh yeah, that was pretty bad. Jeez, Kev. But we make use of it. There's a lot more things that I can do to the truck, I feel, that'll let us go much faster than we already are with well under 1,000 horsepower. So I'd rather do those things to it first. It'll never be one of those things where it's just like an all-out drag car, you know, or some super high power motor in there, like 1,800 horsepower or something like that. I'll probably always put a stock bottom end in that thing. So that's always going to be our limiting factor, you know. And even if we had the setup to support 1,000 horsepower, would we always hang out at 1,000 horsepower? Probably not. I mean, I'd put 1,000 horsepower available on a button, but I think I would probably try to avoid using it because even 1,000 horsepower kind of strains stock bottom end as good as they are. We got y'all. New Orleans rules. Yeah, or what is it? Not New Orleans. Where the hell is he from? Memphis. Yeah, those kinds of rules. It's a little mix of everything. What? Have you guys found a backup in case the Civic isn't done for the wife? Well, okay, so I guess we should just go ahead and start talking about that. Yes. we have talked about that, and that is actually what we're doing. So, I don't know if you can see it in the background. The Civic motor and no, that's not. Nope, that's not what we're doing. The motor and trans is in the back, and we are at home. We are taking the Civic home. We're going to complete it here at home. Number of factors came into play, but the major one is we didn't get done with enough fast enough, and we want to go racing, and so we went through two options, I guess. One of the things is we thought a friend of ours just built a new car, and he has a Nova that is almost complete. I mean, suspension and wheels and tires and radiator and trans coolers and stuff like that. Like, it's all in there still. All he did was take his motor and a couple of miscellaneous things and his transmission. Rear end is still there. I mean, we would literally have to put the motor in, make some new motor plates for it because he took those. Some radiator lines, a little bit of wiring, and get a drive shaft cut. And yeah, we could slap the Civic motor and setup, like the turbo stuff and everything. We'd obviously have to still complete a little bit of intercooler stuff and then a new downpipe setup. It was doable in the timeline that we have, because you got to think we have maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah, just
We got about 6 weeks left, and we need
what
some.
we need to take to and
Yeah, well, we need some testing time.
and
That's the thing. I mean, we're gonna show it would be the option. It was already bad enough that we would be finishing the Civic really close to the race, and only be the plan was to give ourselves 4 weeks to test. That then got cut down to 2, and then we were just hoping to get it finished at all. And then obviously we're not going to finish it now. So
that's not ever though.
no, yeah, not
It's
ever. I'm just saying we're going to
season.
continue to do it here. But so the other option of using our friend's Nova was, and it was. I mean, think about somebody offering that to you. They got basically a complete car ready to go, proven chassis. I mean, has more mechanical grip than my truck will ever have. And he's just like, I'd just use it. Yeah, put your motor setup in it. So yeah, I mean, huge offer. I know. Lucky to have friends like that. But we were going to have to put both money and a decent amount of time into that car. That does two things. One, it puts the Civic on the back burner even more than it already is, and some of that money will be wasted. Some of the money that we put into that we could still put back into the Civic, like the fuel system. We would just make sure that everything is longer than what we actually need, and we would just transfer that fuel system into the Civic later. But the other thing is just I think timeline was the biggest thing. It was, even if we did that, we would only have maybe a couple of opportunities, maybe 2 weekends to actually go and test. And that's the biggest thing, is we need to get her in a damn car, something, to start getting comfortable. I mean, 'cause it's going to be a lot of driving time. We're going to be driving from track to track, as well as doing all-out races at each of them. I don't want her. We want her to be comfortable so that she can actually do well in whatever she's in. And comfort is a big thing. You get a weird seating position, and you can just could become completely uncomfortable, and you won't do that well. So it was super hard to turn down, but at the same time, I think what we ended up doing is just kind of cutting our losses, basically. And so what we're doing is anyway, no, we weren't even buying the Nova. We were going to borrow it. That's basically what he was saying. He's like, here, borrow my car that is almost completely done.
If you just break it.
Yeah.
Or just break
yeah,
it.
Just
fix it if you break it.
If you break anything, just make sure that you fix it or replace it. That thing wasn't going to break. I mean, he had an engine in there previously that, I think the last pull that we did, we was 42 pounds on some twin 80s. Not going to be straining it more than he ever did.
Super weird to show up in his car, too.
Yeah, it'd be a little weird too, but no, I mean, it was a valid option. We just don't have the time for that. Now we were hoping, I think, a little bit too long, and we held out to hope that the Civic was going to be done, and it just wasn't. And so it actually kind of got rid of 2 of our options. So the Nova option, which, I mean, shit, that's crazy enough to even have that as an option, wasn't going to work either. So we're cutting our losses, and what we're going to do is have her drive the truck. I'm just going to be, crew, and this way I can do a lot more video as well.
You just didn't want to lose to me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah.
You're still crazy. So yeah, I mean it's kind of a bonus. I mean, yeah, it sucks because we did enter 2 cars. We paid for 2 cars to race, and we're only going to be doing one, unfortunately, and that's going to be the truck. She's going to drive it. The truck is already ready to go. I mean, we're going to go test tomorrow. We're going to go down to Pueblo, just start shaking it down with her. The truck's ready to go. We just need her to be comfortable. So
Yeah. Well, you moved the seat. I haven't driven it since you.
yeah, move the
Put in that
seat.
seat.
You should be able to go all the way forward, and the steering wheel's further too, so you won't
Yeah.
feel like it's all up on you. So yeah, we gave ourselves kind of a head start. Now it's just we're gonna do the truck. So we're gonna test as much as we can this week and maybe a little bit next week as far as track stuff goes, and get her comfortable with that. Probably gonna make a slight change. We're gonna put an extra cooler in the front of the car for the cruising portion of it. I don't want to be cruising around at 50 miles an hour. I want to be able to actually, her to go a decent amount of pace.
Plus, I don't know how to cruise around at that mile an hour.
Yeah, no, well, it's kind of dangerous. I mean, if everybody else is going like 90 mile an hour, then you're a hazard at that point. So yeah, we're gonna make a little bit of cooling stuff. Not a huge deal. It's actually really easy. We're just gonna put an additional cooler off of the ports on the thermostat housing that usually go to the heater core. And then the big chunk of work, and it's not really all that bad. It's actually really easy to change the motor out on this, since we did lifters and the cam and brand new. Everything is fresh in the Civic, new oil pump and all that. We're gonna put the Civic motor into the truck. So we're gonna go a little bit of testing out of the way, and then we're gonna put the Civic engine into the truck. We're gonna keep the transmission in there. We're gonna keep the entire turbo setup and everything. We're literally just putting the long block into the truck instead. That way we have fresh lifters that aren't going to be ticking the entire way or failing possibly and ruining something that didn't have to be ruined. And we get to make a little bit more power. So that Z06 cam hopefully is going to help out a little bit. So yeah, it should be the best the truck has ever run, with a nice fresh motor and better cam and sea level air. And yeah, and
Better
she's going to...
driver.
Yeah, debatable.
I'm just kidding.
You go 100% for a full pass, and then we'll talk about changing that.
Yeah. I got problems.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm not reading any comments yet. I'll go back through all of them, but I just wanted to explain out the whole thing that we're doing. I mean, that's pretty much it. So, little bit of work, and the truck will be the best case scenario. I think if we still did the Civic, or if we tried to do the Nova. Well, the Civic's impossible. Timeline is impossible to finish the Civic for this race. The Nova is possible as well, but it doesn't give us a whole lot of testing time. So I think we're both valuing time for testing over having multiple cars. It'd be super cool to have 3 cars out there, Trent and both of us having a car. But we got to cut our losses and make sure that we have at least one vehicle between the 2 of us that's doing well. That way we have 2 relatively prepared vehicles. I think actually Trent's going to probably be the least ready as far as that goes, because he just got a new chassis and everything. So he's gonna be a little bit tight on time too. But hopefully we can help him test, because we'll be at a good point in ours. I know we're in the same class. Maybe we shouldn't help him. But yeah, so that's the gist of it. Let me go back through some of these comments, and then we're probably going to work on the truck a little bit. I don't know if I'll keep the stream on or not, and just hang out with you guys. But yeah, we have to do a couple of things today before we go to the track tomorrow. Just regular shit. So with the old converter, I had switched. It was really, really tight, and so I had switched to ATF. Now that I have this new converter in there, it comes up so easily that I want to put the high guard back in there. So we're going to change the training fluid out, change plugs, do an oil change, just miscellaneous shit, stuff we've been doing the last 2 years to it. I should probably change the rear end fluid at some point. Let's see what we got. Just a little weekend. Yeah, I know. Well, so dude, this weekend, it seems like such a small trip, but when you've never done like anything drag week related or anything, I mean, I've done back-to-back races, but it's not been like drive to the next race, or the next race being 3 hours away or something like that. So it's a nice introduction to a drag week sort of thing. I think Randy's actually trying to get the Jeep ready for a drag week. He's just going straight for it, full drag week. Screw it. For those interested, blah, 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 Civic Festival. Oh, he was talking about festival. Goddamn, I'm way behind. Let me skip over a couple of these.
Yes.
Rent Kyle's turbo van. No, the Nova was like the perfect vehicle. I mean, like literally required, minimal work, but it's still, in order to use that setup, required a decent amount of work. And it was going to be a couple of weeks. It was going to put us into a time crunch still. And I think this is best case scenario to where we're not doing a time crunch thing. Yeah, that is hard to turn down. So you buying the Nova outright? No, I already answered that. Disregard last message. It's better than going in with no test hits on a thrown together setup. Exactly. I mean, with the Civic, we have, let's say we finished the Civic and it was like 2 weeks before the race. There are so many goddamn things that could go wrong. I mean, we don't even know how responsive the turbo setup is going to be. We don't know. I mean, it could be something stupid like just something with the tranny. Even though it's a brand spanking new tranny, maybe something's not quite right with it. The bottom end has 150,000 miles on it. We have no idea. If we start that thing up, it could have rod knock. We have no clue. So, well, yeah, let's hope that doesn't get... Let's hope that's not the case because we're trying to do it. But that's the thing. We just switch right back to the other motor.
Yeah,
We're in a good spot to have... we got spares and stuff now. We could literally go to this race and have a complete setup spare. Engine and training. Hush. There's a bunch of planes flying over right now, so they're freaking out. She'll be fine. She's a killer in the driver's seat. I agree. She's got to get comfortable, So no, you've done good in other cars
I got major
too.
issues.
You actually had more stuff to do in the other cars that you've driven, and you drove those better. This one is it's just different. It's different than you used to. It's different muscle memory that we got to develop, and we got to develop it quick.
Have that muscle memory.
So let's see, what else? So what's the new due date for the Civic? Well, so the other important race for the Civic that we want to get it done for is Ice Cream Cruise, if it happens. We talked to Kyle the other day, and it sounds like everything is, still, it's still iffy. So, they're not moving completely forward, but it looks good. So right now they're not saying that it's not going to happen. And I hope that it does happen. That's a race that we really wanted to do. Haven't been out there, and we figured it out, actually. I went back and looked at some old videos. They're not even on like 1320's regular channel anymore. It's on like a secondary channel or something that they have for really old shit. And found the video. It was 2008. That was the last time that we went to the Ice Cream Cruise. 2008, when it was just a meet in a parking lot, a cruise through town, and then some street shenanigans afterward. So
I didn't know you would 08.
No, yeah, it did not. Let's see what we got here. Oh, shit. Screwed up. Or I think I'm so far behind. Oh, no, I'm not that bad.
I don't think...
All right. I'm stupid. I thought you were going to put the Honda engine... Put a Honda engine in the Nissan. No. Yeah. I mean, not that we couldn't make that work. Shit. But no, we're putting the exact same engine that we were going to put in the Civic into the Nissan. Let's see. Shit. Wait, what? Shitbix? I don't know what that means.
Shitbox.
Oh, shitbox. That's a boosted voice thing. Wrong channel. I don't know what you're talking about. Damn it. Shitbox. Pay attention. Oh. God damn it. I didn't realize. I completely missed that name. Sorry. I'll catch up. When am I break at 7? Missed the earlier part. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry. Everybody that's like hopping in now are going to be kind of confused as to the whole thing. But the short of it is we're consolidating and using the truck for No Prep Weekend, and she's going to be driving the truck. So we're just going to have a spare engine and training and a pair of turbos if we want to actually change that too. We could really make anything work. We have a whole freaking setup to use. Mm-hmm. What does it say? Car running yet? Been gone for a while. No, that's actually what we're talking about. The car is not done. The new goal for it is going to be, what is it, sometime in August?
August, yeah. Hopefully before then.
What is he doing? Oh,
He's got something stuck to him.
Yeah, so I mean, as soon as possible is the new date, but we want to make sure that we get before August. This race with the truck, the No Prep Weekend, is going to be the only main like traveling trip that we're going to take. We may do a little bit of racing here in town, because they have a lot of weekend stuff that we can do down in Pueblo. But the main thing, and it's going to be a little bit of a delay because we're not entirely tooled up in our garage here. So we got to get a couple of things to deal with the fabrication portion of it. And it ain't going, it's not going to be the prettiest of thing because I gotta reteach myself how to TIG weld, and I was never really good at it in the first place.
You teach me.
Hayden still wants to come down and help and everything. It's just, it was.
I don't know how often he'll be able to.
Yeah, I don't know how often we'll be able to. It was in his shop, and he wasn't able to work on it during the weekdays, and that was the only way that we were going to make this timeline work, was if it was also worked on during the weekdays. It being here, I can go out whenever the hell I want and start working on it. So it's gonna, even though I work slower than almost any human in the world, having that much availability to work on it is going to be huge. As soon as I get done with work, because I work from home, so as soon as I get done with work, I basically just roll into the garage and start working. So as long as we have all of the tools that we need, then it shouldn't be a huge deal. We should be able to get it going. We're going to keep the garage a 1-car garage until it's done. The truck's going to live somewhere else, especially over the summer, because we don't have to worry about, I can put it in the trailer and in our lot, and it'll be fine out there. What's up, everybody coming in here? I really want to go to Ice Cream Cruise and meet you guys, but it's my little girl's birthday. Ah, damn it.
Just bring her down.
Bring her along. It has become way more of a family-style event than it used to be. I'll tell you that right now. Well, by the looks of it, I don't know. It seems to be, though. Well, it sucks if you can't make it. I mean, it would be nice to, and that's what we're hoping, is that a lot of people, at least in that general area, because I mean, decent amount of people come from, far away to go to that event, and that's kind of what we want to do, is go to an event that a lot of people are going to be at. So yeah, we can do some shenanigans and meet some of you guys.
Post away.
Let's
post
see.
a link. That's fine. I don't care.
What's that?
Can I post a link?
Can I post a link? Yeah, you can post a link. Just don't let it be,
Porn.
like weird. I mean, porn's okay. Just don't, no, I can't even say that. Don't make it weird, basically. What else we got here? When you swap motors, are you staying single or testing the twins? I thought about testing. No, we're just keeping that single on there. Screw that. That's too much to sort out.
No.
Yes.
We're not on the same page.
Well, I understand that. Let me know when you get here.
Tentacle porn.
We'll look at that. We'll look at that there in a second. Shit, she's 5. I'm not sure she's down for a 4.5-hour ride in the car. Yeah.
Just slip her a Benadryl.
Yeah, there you go. Or old
I'm just
school, just
kidding.
put a little rum on
You can tell we don't have kids.
Yeah, we don't. We're not responsible adults. No, so yeah, I think I was planning on literally just changing the motor out, because the only thing that we're worried about is longevity of the motor on the long drives and whatnot. So my plan was to just keep the exact setup and everything. We know that it works. There's no point in putting a variable in there. We know exactly what this will do. Especially with the cam, we should be able to max out that turbo. So if we want to, we should be able to do 1,000 horsepower on this setup.
Don't get 28.
You're going to be on 28s. What are you talking about?
Well, now I will.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying.
Actually, you'll probably be on 29s. So quit crying. That's the other thing that we're going to change. I got to get a new set of tires because these are pretty old. They got plenty of daily driving hits and track hits, and then also the shop burnout. We actually chewed those things up pretty bad.
Would be good.
So yeah, I'm probably going to put a 2910 on it. I looked at the section width on the 29.5, 10.5s, and I don't think we can fit it without doing some major effort. So I think 2910s are going to be okay. It comes in a DO6 compound, so I think that'll be plenty. And it's still, yeah, Chris Farley's the 2910, exactly. So you'll have a bigger tire than you even wanted. Kiss my ass. Tentacle prawn? Tentacle porn, but account banned. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Not on the same page. Yeah, exactly. Apparently we're not on the same page. It was literally just to to take the place of freshening up this motor. Putting lifters in, having to put the cam in there.
Freshen it up with 2 new turbos.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. we don't know enough. Well, we need some testing on that shit. I'd rather go with something that I know
Perfect
exactly what it's gonna do.
opportunity to test.
It's not a good time
Yeah.
to test. Robert, what's up, man? We're talking about the plan for No Prep weekend. Are any of you guys going out to that one? The Great American No Prep Skinnies thing? Just use cocaine. I think that does the opposite thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like if your kid God damn it, I'm gonna get banned too. If your kid goes quiet because you gave him cocaine, he's probably never mind.
No, it's not.
Let's see. I have a set of pro radials. Yeah, I know. No, I think we're just gonna. I was planning on making a change to a 29 or a 29.5 on the truck next season anyway, because we did need a little bit of gearing. When I was using the nitrous the couple times last year, it was getting pretty close to I think it would be out of gear. It was definitely going to be out of gear for the quarter. So I wanted to gear it up a little bit. I didn't want to have to spin the motor higher than we were already spinning it. So yeah, the tire change was going to happen anyway. I figured this is why this is working out like best case scenario, because stuff that I was already going to do to the truck, we can still do to get it ready for this race.
Put twins in the truck.
No, I wasn't going to do that.
You were?
If it was, it'd be another one of those.
You were though.
Oh, I had another one too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You sold it.
I did. I sold the new one too, so we're still on the 2.5-year-old turbo.
Yeah.
It'll be
That's
alright.
Okay.
Not that I know of. We try and stick to the street stuff. That's why I like you guys. Let's see. What we got? Making my Civic. I'm taking my Civic to the Great American No Prep JDM Life.
True.
That would be cool.
We can sell you an extra spot.
Yeah, there you go. We got a spot. I'll give you a discounted rate. Julio Rodriguez, you said you'll be there. Are you going to be racing, or are you guys like following the event? Let's see. Where is said No Prep? I don't actually remember the tracks.
Missouri. There's Ozark.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll post up the link.
I don't know.
Here, post up the link in the chat so you can get it. Or no, I won't be able to see the chat. I'll put a link in the description of this video once we stop it and it's recorded and everything. But it's 3 tracks.
Just
over in
search
the
the Great
Midwest.
American No Prep on Facebook.
Yeah, or do that. That's easy too. Let's see. What's the deal on the Civic? Maybe missed the update. Yeah. So the quick update on the Civic is we are not going to be able to get it ready for the Great American No Prep weekend. We are bringing the car home. We already have most of the setup here, but we're going to bring the chassis home this weekend. We're consolidating everything and getting the truck ready to be 100% to do Great American No Prep weekend with her racing. That is the short update. We're going to continue to work on the Civic though, and hope to get it ready well before Ice Cream Cruise, if it happens, or some other race in that area. There's a lot of races right in the August time. Well, I mean in August there's.
I know, but there's a race in July too.
Oh, okay.
At least needs to be done before my birthday, 'cause then I'll probably cry.
Yeah, we'll get it done. What else?
Chris Farley said that he would.
I mean, if
he'd
there was
ride
frost
with
on
us
the
if there was
ground.
food. You missed it.
Chris Farley said that.
Yeah.
If
you feed me, I'll ride with y'all.
I'll ride with you. That's a pretty good deal. We do so, and that's the thing. When we were doing 3 cars, when the plan was to do 3 cars, we were gonna need a decent amount of help, and we only had our friend Oscar is the only guy that has said, I'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drive the truck and the trailer. Because we're bringing the truck and the trailer between each of the races. We just can't use anything from it, or obviously have our cars in it. We got to actually drive to the next track. So we needed somebody to drive the truck and the trailer while we drive our cars. And we only got that one, our one friend who's diehard. But now that I'm not going to be driving, I can help out quite a bit with crew stuff and helping with tuning and whatnot, and video. I'm going to try to do as much video as I possibly can now that I'm free. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want me to ride along, but.
No.
Well, good, then I'm not going to put a seat in it. That's one less thing we got to do. Let's see. If there wasn't, I'm confused. Is it a top end deal? No, I think this is just a normal no prep, which I mean, it's gonna get relatively sticky. I mean, prep is allowed in the burnouts. So first round is probably going to be the only thing that's super slick, but the top end should be relatively slick. But no, we're not doing it at the top end of the track. I really want to go to one of those. I heard San Antonio Raceway started doing that. That was one of my old time favorite tracks. I've seen a couple of other places doing it, and it looks really fun. I mean, it's nice not having to worry about cops and street stuff and whatnot. But having it be just bare asphalt or bare concrete is a nice duplication, at least the best we can do, without the risk of going to jail. But I fancy me some street stuff too. Don't get me wrong. So.
I'm young. I don't do Facebook.
What the hell? What do the children do these days? Snapchat?
Miss, you gonna try and race against Billy in the S10? Have to be a grudge race because isn't
Yeah,
he in
it'll
the
have to
mile
be-
street class?
Yeah, I have to be a grudge race. He's in the mild street class, and we're in like the fastest class. I don't know how that worked out, but yeah, dude. I mean, we're gonna try to go out there and race anybody that we can. I mean, if we get knocked out first round, dude, we're just gonna find somebody to race. I don't give a shit.
Are you able to race too?
I bought a damn ticket. I better. I'm gonna make some
Like,
passes.
you technically bought two.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk to Justin about it. Actually, that's a good point. So we bought entries for two. We only have the one vehicle. I'll be like, look, I don't want to do anything competition related. Her driving is going to be the competition, but let me make some passes like as grudge races and stuff. Yeah. Hopefully they let us do that. That would be awesome. Because I do want to make some passes, and I would really like to race him. I want to show everybody the difference between the two vehicles. His truck is fast as shit. I think a lot of people understand that, how quick it actually is. But I'll give you a good comparison if we can get a race at them. Let's see. Oh goddamn! I'm yelling down my Facebook. Dr. Hertz, where is there frost? 100 degrees. 100 degrees where I live. Jesus. I'll drive whatever you need. It's awesome. Dude, that's what we were saying that the other day. I think that was on Matt Rice's podcast, the DNR podcast yesterday. Somebody was like, I can't make the race. Somebody drive my car. And I'm like, dude, you can't come onto an automotive thing and tell somebody drive my car.
Right.
It was like a whole list of people that were like, I'll drive it. I was like, I'll fly out there. I don't give a shit. It's on the East Coast, but if somebody let me beat up their car. I know, I really do want to go there. There's a couple of places in the East Coast, like street stuff, that I'd really like to go check out. But that is far. Where's Gaydon and who cares? Fuck the cops. Here in Cali, we don't give a... I know. That's what's crazy. In Cali, the rules are insanely strict, and you guys do not give a shit. I commend you. Colorado's actually a little bit lame as far as that goes. There's a bunch of good dudes that like them some street stuff. But I don't know. There's something missing. There's something missing here. I'm not sure what it is. But every time we go out of state, going out to Kansas City, down to Dallas, it's just it's a whole nother world. It's crazy. Let's see. I wish there was a no prep quarter, where the only thing you can do is a burnout, nothing else, and the asphalt is fresh and never used. You go to the street. This is a fresh road waiting for you. I wouldn't recommend doing quarter though. I mean, you got to think a lot of these cars. So some of the guys that we're racing with, I think the mile an hours range from anywhere from like 110 to like 140 mile an hour in the eighth for the most part. You let that shit quarter out. I mean, that's a lot of goddamn mile an hour. I don't like doing quarter stuff on the street. Eight's always been the way to go. Less strain on the car, less danger. I mean, you're still going fast as shit. The danger is still there, but you're minimizing it, I guess. Nobody wants to go 180 on the street. At least I don't. Not at the threshold of traction the entire time, which is our goal.
Very sketchy.
Let's see. They're all on Tinder. That was the one that I was trying to think of when I was saying, like, what are all them using? Tinder. Everybody's swiping left or wait, which way is it? Which way is yes?
it's left.
Is it swiping right or left? I don't know.
Well, it makes sense to be right.
We're dating ourselves. Why?
Because it's the right choice for you.
Oh, I see what you did there. Snapchat Premium is not for kids, though.
I didn't know that was actually a thing.
Hell no, you're both in the competition right now. Well, technically, yes. But I'm sure there's some, kind of rule or whatever where, one car, one car per racer or something like that, or one racer per car. I'm not planning on getting anything out of that, like being able to, run the truck twice, like, her for one round and then I race somebody in that same truck for the second round. I mean, shit, if they'll let us do it, god damn. I mean, if the truck survived that whole thing, double races at every single race plus the drives between, I mean, that's basically the stress of a drag week, a full drag week. So, yeah, maybe quite a bit.
Be a lot.
So I don't know. He claims 1,200. Yeah, no. So it's not so much about the. It's not as much the power. Like Billy's truck definitely makes a grip of power, but he's also very good at applying it on a slick surface. I mean, a lot of these no prep guys are not no prep guys, but a lot of these street guys. I mean, that's what you do. You find a way to get down on the shittest of surfaces, and they do a pretty good job at it. So it's not so much, if I made the same horsepower as him, exact same horsepower as him, I'd still be worried because they're good at catering to the road. They're good at what they do. I mean, same as like Robert, all the guys that he helps out with too, Prime, bunch of dudes in Dallas. Those guys, they work their asses off to make that shit work. And they do good at it. So, oh shit, hang on, I got a lot of these things. God damn it.
Do you have...
The approvals take up so much space on the chat.
Do you have any silk shirts?
Do we have any silk shirts? I don't think so. I don't know. Is that a new fashion thing? Or do you mean like silk screen type stuff? I don't know.
No, I think it's actually meant to be silk shirts.
I don't have any silk shirts. Am I walking into a joke here? Is there a punchline to that? God damn it. 190 out the back like a fucking boss. Yeah. I don't want to do that on the street, especially not when you're sitting there wiggling around at the limit of your tires. That's a bit much for me. Release the twins. I don't know, man. The whole point is being ahead of the game. That puts us slightly less ahead of the game if we've got to do that. And then work it out. Just because you say does it as a question doesn't make it any less true. Let's see. Let's say I'm gonna buy a condemned airport. Yeah, one day I'm gonna buy a condemned airport. Yeah, that would be lovely. Man, we were looking at because we're actually looking at places down in Dallas. We were looking at no, there was like an old city hall.
At the city hall, yeah.
Yeah, there was like an old city hall for sale. It was zoned industrial, and it had this giant parking lot. And I'm sitting there thinking like, I wonder if diagonal. I mean, it was huge. It was this big ass place. But yeah, probably won't do that. That'd be hilarious though.
Like the asphalt driveway.
Yeah, but you gotta have a decent amount of length for that shit. Yeah, eighth mile to go, and more than an eighth mile to slow down. What is this? Ever since I started watching you, missed my old drag car. I was a blown 632 on C16, 69 Camaro. Pro Street did 7s in the quarter. God damn. Did you sell it, or is it just sitting around? If it's sitting around, shame on you. You should go drive that thing. That would be a good shakedown to see how heat management was for the truck. Yeah, what? Fuck Snapchat Premium. Chicks show that for free. Just gotta ask. Exactly. Yep.
Shit, you don't even have to ask sometimes.
No, you don't have to ask. I feel like, yeah. I mean, they always make it seem like dudes are just like sending their dick out in messages everywhere, but I think it goes both ways. Pay attention to me. Here's a boob. It fell off a semi. Wouldn't be. Oh my God, that sucks. Wow. That's unfortunate, Dr. Hertz. Jeremy says he was driving the shit out of his Pops Nova. Yeah. Dude, and that's great. And there was a lot of differences. I mean, based on what he said in the video. I watched a little bit of it. I'm always like working and I just have videos playing in the background. So I've been trying to catch up on my videos again. But yeah, 2 different shift patterns and just completely different feels of cars and whatnot. Some people can hop right into them and be fine with it. Others need some time to get some muscle memory going. Yeah. Wish y'all were closer to, what is it, Iowa? Oh, they still, see, I wasn't even sure if they still had COTS out there. That would be a fun race to go to. What's the info on your turbo on the truck? It is a run-of-the-mill Borg Warner. It's a 75 and some change millimeter turbo. T6 132 AR, the 96 millimeter hot side wheel. So it's, I mean, like you could get it for like $700 on Summit all damn day. I mean, or maybe it's even less, maybe like 680 or something like that. Cheap turbo, but great workhorse of a turbo. I mean, you can't break it. I've never put an air filter on the damn thing, and we've driven it probably 8,000 miles worth of driving and shit tons of hits, and it's still going strong. It's a good turbo for the money for sure. Are you from Colorado Springs? We are in Colorado Springs right now. Excuse me. What is this? That big single out CFM, those little twins? No. It's not the most efficient a turbo. I mean, this thing, at our altitude, I probably couldn't get more than about 900 out of it. And that's really having the motor support it. But the twins, I mean, those are two 61 millimeter turbos. I think that combination should be capable of like at least 1,300 or so. So definitely capable of more with the twins. It's just I don't know that we want to switch to that though. It's just another variable. This is nice because we know exactly what the truck will do to a certain extent. The biggest variable that we're going to be putting into it is the cam, and that's hardly going to do shit. We're going to get a little bit more power, be able to run a little bit more boost. And then going down to sea level, I've already got data for going down to sea level on the street. And it took a surprising amount of power once we made some suspension changes. So for this no prep deal, I mean, we're just going to be throwing all of it almost immediately. and hope that we can keep the front down tame. So, which I think we can, because the other thing that we discovered was we have way more shock adjustment in these front shocks than I thought. I've been only using half of the adjustment this entire time, because I'm an idiot and I didn't want to break the little knob, but it's just really hard to turn the last 5. So I think that's going to help us quite a bit in leaving. I mean, I'm hoping for better 60s than we've ever had in the truck. We'll see. She's just got to stay in it. What we got here? Chris Snap Premium keeps food on the table for some girls and rent paid, to be honest. Wait. What is a premium? Oh, you like pay to watch them as like private shows and stuff? See, I don't know anything about this shit. I just keep making myself look older and older. There's beating on a car, and then there's properly handling a car down a track. The two are entirely different. Yeah. I've never owned or driven a turbo anything. I've always been fucking big blocks and blowers. Yeah, I mean, the turbo stuff's fun. It's definitely a different feeling. A good example, I mean, I'm curious to, after he starts getting comfortable with it, whether he's going to say that he misses the nitrous or whether he likes the turbo setup. But Randy's always been, the guy that owns the Jeep, he's always been a nitrous guy. And going to a pretty gnarly turbo setup, I'm curious which one in the end he's going to like better. Dude, I got a link to a seller on eBay selling that for $480-ish. I'll message you the link if you want to do twins. No, I mean, I can get it. I don't think I can get it that cheap. That's pretty damn cheap. But no, I mean, we're trying to minimize the variables. I know she wants to go, but I mean, so here's the other thing is you're sitting here wanting to do the twins. Twins is capable of more power.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten you to feel all of the power of what it makes right now. So we'll ease into that. Maybe that's something that we'll do later. We may put some more, because we do need more to make the kind of power that we can make down at sea level. We need more of setup. We need more motor up here. So if we want to do those kind of times that we'll be capable of doing down there up here, then yeah, we will have to think about doing a different turbo setup, different cam, and shit like that. So pray for 1.260s. Yeah, I mean, I'll take as low as possible.
Turbo 60.
I don't know. I thought you said the hot sides on the twins were small. So they're small compared to this. I mean, this is a giant T6 132. But you got to think that's feeding, or both banks are feeding that. So the twins that we have, they're T3, so it's a small footprint. They're 82 AR, I think, the larger housings that you can get with them. half of that 5.3 is what's feeding each of those turbos. So those are decently big for what's going to be feeding them. They'll be okay. I don't think we'll have an exhaust pressure until we start getting a little bit over 1,000 horsepower, and then maybe those housings become a problem. But based on what other guys have used what the other guys have done with the smaller housings, it may be less of a problem than I actually thought. So we'll see. Single equals round. Wait, what? Single equals round twins equals tuning. Oh, I'm not worried about the tuning aspect of it. I guess it's just so I'm not worried about the tuning aspect as far as power goes. That's easy to cater to. I have no problem doing that. It's just utilizing the power band. Is the power band going to be drastically different than this turbo? This turbo comes up pretty quick. We'll be using a lot of power, so it probably won't be that big of a deal. But I just don't know. It's a variable that I'm not sure that I want to dive into. If everything is working good with this setup, and I know it's capable of making the power that we're going to be satisfied with, because I don't want to go over 1,000, and this turbo won't do over 1,000. So it kind of puts us in a good spot to not exceed what we want the stock bottom end to do, because we've got to make this thing last. I mean, it's got to. I can't. I'm going to be severely outgunned in the class that we're in, but we can't win a race if we don't finish it. So I don't want to I don't want to put the twins on there and just turn that shit up to make 1,200 horsepower, because we have the injector for it. And break the bottom end on the first race. That seems silly. We're in it to try to win it. Do you like Mustangs? I kind of like Mustangs. I don't know. A Fox body. I like Fox bodies. All right, little notches. I like them. I like the fact that you can put them in any freaking class, because they have like good. The stock style of suspension is so useful. I mean, it's what we put 4-link in anything that we can, because it works so well. But then we get kicked out of street classes because we don't have the stock style suspension that came with the vehicle. That's irritating as shit. So I like Mustangs because you can go into any class and say, whether it's street or race or whatever, because your stock suspension style is, what everybody wants. Let's see. Anything? Some typos. I'm sifting through the typos. I've ever driven has been built by someone twice my age or more in my family, as I'm either busy with work or graveyard shift. That's right. So most of the shit I buy and then drop it off, sadly. No, that's on. Well, one of these days you got to build yourself your own. And try turbo cars out. They're pretty fun. Do you watch John Doc's channel? I do not, I don't think. I mean, unless I've come across a video just randomly with playing them in the background, but not off the top of my head, no. Did not know they were 83. Yeah, 83, 82, something like that. It's the bigger choice that you can get for those VS Racing turbos. So I think it'll be fine. I think even the smaller ones, the 63 or whatever they are, I think that would do okay for the power that we're going to be doing. But we want some room to grow too. And I don't think it's going to be too laggy. I mean, lag's not a huge deal. That's what launch control's for. Josh, what's up, man? Those candles light quick. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. It's going to be a whole different learning curve with the power, and going out to tracks that we've never been to. I really would, and with her driving as well, I'd really like things to be predictable. And the best chance we have of that is keeping the setup as it is. Sent you a Facebook message, link to the 488 shipped. 48 shipped for an S475. I'll look at it. Maybe I'll get it and have it as a spare. But I don't know. The other thing we're trying to do is, save a little bit of money on this deal. That was the other thing that was killing us going back and forth from Greeley. It was probably costing us about $200 a weekend just to travel up there. So, it was 13 weeks into it, $200 per weekend at a minimum.
Yeah.
It was it was really, really expensive. We were bleeding money with the progress wasn't worth the amount that we were bleeding into the budget. So, we had to just make a decision to cut our losses, figure out something different. So,
it'll be nice to be home though too.
Oh, dude, it'll be great. It will be nice. That trip does wear on you, man. I mean, I love going up and seeing Hayden and everything, but god damn, 3 hours both ways. I mean, you're talking 6 hours of your weekend is dedicated to traveling. It was a bit rough.
Well, but then we were sleeping on a futon in the office, and then we would shower
Yeah.
in a bathroom.
We never did a
with
video
water
of
bottle.
that. We were gonna do that. We showered with water bottles in the shop
And I
bathroom.
explained that to people at work, and they're like, "Why?"
Why? Exactly. Because fucking race car. Or streetcar. Sorry. What else we got, y'all? Driving. Damn. I'm driving on a damn rough ass Indian highway. What the hell? Random.
Do you semi-drive?
Are you in India? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep. Mustangs and Hondas are life. Nice. Well, there you go. Well, we got some of that stuff. We have Mustang style suspension in the truck, and we have a Civic. So stick around. What up, ladies? Robert, what's up, man? And gents. You were fine with ladies.
Man.
Richard, what's up, man? Love watching all your shit, bro. Good, I'm glad. Josh said, I know that financial plan. Yeah, dude. That shit sucks. So you set out with a budget, you start bleeding a little bit more into it. And there were some variables where we were like, well, okay, we're going to get some money from this, ramped up tuning a little bit. We started thinking, well, we could spend a little bit more on it, but we didn't realize how much we were really, hemorrhaging every weekend.
Well, we'd eat out a lot too. 'Cause
Yeah.
we weren't home.
That's the other thing. So, let's see what else. Blah, 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 blah. Did you ever meet or know Charlie? No, I never did actually. Never met him. He wasn't. When I met Hayden, I didn't even really officially meet Kyle either. But I guess when I tuned Hayden's car for the first time, he was there. But I was just concentrating on what I had to do. Plus, I think I had to pick up my parents that day or something. It was kind of a shit show of a day.
Yeah.
So, but no, I never met Charlie. I never did. Aha! I'm on top of comments finally. Well, because of no passenger seat.
No more roadhead for you.
That's why she doesn't. I guess that's why she doesn't want me to drive with her. I don't know. No, but I'm excited about this. I'm just excited to get back to racing. Good Lord, it kills me because we're watching videos of all the Texas guys and everything, and they race year round. Whether it's street or track stuff, no prep stuff, it's all still going. And then our season actually has already started up. There's been multiple track days. I've gone out to some, and at least it was good to go out and doing some work on Randy's car when he took it out to the track the other day. That's nice and everything, but really just want to get to racing. And I'm not even I'm actually really excited to have her drive it. I want to go out to the track and everything.
Why?
But it's not really to drive. I don't know. I'm excited to have her drive it. It's going to be fun. I just want her to make... Yeah, you've driven it before, but she never stayed in it.
Because you fucking asshole.
I know. I did do that. If you guys hadn't heard that, I'm sure some of you, I've already told that story too, or if you've watched the video or whatever. I kind of screwed her up a little bit. I thought she'd be fine. But the first time that I drove it, I told her...
You're talking, so I've only been in cars, the fastest I've ever gone was 14.
Yeah. The black car was faster than that, though, and you drove that. You just never drove it to a time.
Yeah. Well, because we only
the black
did
car was a 10-second car.
What was it, PPAR? Was the only event that... But the transmission was all fucked up, too.
That's true. And then you were going to race it on the street, allegedly. But you decided to weld the clutch to the flywheel. So you were too nervous to let the clutch all the way out.
That got cut out of the
Talking
video.
about, thank God, that would have been a good hit.
No, I'm saying thank God that got cut out of the video. That's
I
so
know.
embarrassing.
Yeah. Thanks, Kyle. 1320 did a video of a cash days that we went out to, and we had my Nitro Civic, and I had her drive it. And dude, we threw her into it this is what we're trying to avoid. We threw her into it the test pass that we did maybe 2 hours before the actual race.
No, I didn't do the test pass.
No, you did. We put you in
No, I
it.
did not.
I did a test pass.
You
and then
did
we
the test
stuck you
pass.
in it.
I did not do a test pass.
Oh, you didn't even do it. Oh. No, yes
No,
you
I
did.
did not, because you
Yes,
guys
you
were
did.
trying to figure out the flashlight situation because it had no headlights.
Oh yeah, we taped a flashlight to the front of this damn thing. I don't know. It was a shit show anyway. But when we did the truck, I was like, dude, well, this truck does the same goddamn thing every time. There's no traction to worry about, no nothing. The track is really sticky. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to tell her I'm going to turn it down so that she's comfortable. Because she gets super nervous, when she's in something different. And so I told her I'd turn it down. I don't know why the hell. She was so nervous that she didn't actually believe me. Or she did believe me, even though I never had my computer out at all. She saw me the whole time. I never even took my computer out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I turned it down. It's on gate. It's going to leave real soft. No, that shit was all the way up. It was all the way up. And,
I wasn't ready.
It left, did a little wheelie, and then she let out. So that's what we're trying to get past is having her at least stay. And I'm going to go easy this time. Tomorrow, we're going to start out with.
Well, you still didn't want to start out easy, though. You were like, oh, no, you're fine.
I don't think you should, but whatever. We're going to give it a try. The first pass you do on gate is going to be boring as shit.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
No, that's just boring to watch. It's boring to watch, too, so I don't want to stick around for it.
That's fine. You can just leave me there.
So,
just tell me what to do.
So, yeah, we're gonna ease into it this time. Let's see. Do you follow sloppy mechanics? What's your opinion on Matt's builds? I've been following him recently, so I always knew of Matt, and I watched a couple of his videos, but I never really followed any of the builds or anything like that. And I've just recently been starting to watch the videos more, just because it's interesting. I didn't realize, like, we started doing the tuning videos where we're on the dyno and I'm like showing my screen and everything during the live session. And he commented on some of them, and so I started watching some of his videos that made me actually go and look at it. And yeah, the stuff that he does is super interesting. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about his builds, but I love the way he does the videos because he actually shows you all the technical stuff. I know there are guys that don't want to see that; they just want to see a goddamn burnout or a wheelie or something like that. But for the geek in me, and that's in other people, I really do like his videos. It's cool the way he does the dyno stuff, what they ran into, showing the log screen, showing the data, showing the curve and everything on the dyno sheets. It's super cool. I like it. What else? Project car equals financial mistake. Yeah, I mean, our hobby, our passion is a flat out financial mistake. I've come to terms with that a long time ago, and I'm okay with it. Because I also can't do without it. Some people are addicted to crack. Some people are addicted to heroin. I don't like doing anything else. And, neither of us do. So, yeah, this is what we do. There are worse things I could be doing with my money as well as my health. Let's see. Jordan Sloppy follows this channel. Yeah, Matt pops in here every now and then, which I love when he does because he's always got great questions and hilarious comments. Racing never stops here in Cali. We go to the cuts. I don't know, shut the street down and let the cars eat. No, I've seen some of the videos out there. That is one of the places that I would like to race. That's one of those things on my bucket list. No, West Coast too. There's some shit out there that I would really like to experience. What trans is in the truck? It's Turbo 400. The converter is, I used to remember it off the top of my head. It's a PTC converter, but we stumbled across a very specific. Actually, Nick Eggers was the one that gave us the converter. They said, at the time, we were having issues with the converter that we had, and I was like, dude, I want to try something else. And he's like, well, this worked in ours, and it was in a different motor combo. It was definitely different. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, and it worked perfect. So we duplicated that same converter onto the Civic. So we actually have two of those converters. We'll probably bring one along with us just in case. What else we got here? What train? Oh, I already read that one. Damn it. Robert said, love your channel. It has inspired me to LS swap my S10 and start drag racing again. Dude, those are some of the best comments right there, man. I like that. I like that a lot. Do it. And hopefully, dude, S10 should be way easier of a deal than this damn truck. We kind of made a big mistake. As far as the mini trucks go, dude, we should have gone with an S10. I just always like these trucks, unfortunately, so I wanted to do one, but man, the S10 looks like a much easier platform to start with. So man, I hope you knock it out and start having some fun with it soon. Derek Hansen said, "Same here, except I have a hard body, same color as Liam." So put a V8 in that also. But like I just told you, there's probably easier trucks to do. But dude, I love the Nissan hard body as well. So I don't blame you for going that direction. Fastest car I have now is my 2015 Camaro convertible, cheapest spec I could get with the V8. But my 1600 torque work truck Dodge Ram, 5500 flatbed is faster. That's awesome. You should take that to the track. I wonder when it would run. I love your ticking video. Hilarious. Oh, the one where I was trying to solve the ticking. That one made me happy. It was. You know what? Actually, that was in response to some shit that was going on the Sloppy Mechanics Facebook page. I went on. I went on the page a long time ago. I didn't actually, at the time that I was on the page, I didn't even know who ran it. I didn't know about Matt or like anything else. I just thought it was like a normal Facebook page. And dude, you always get so many like LS haters on that and everything. And somebody right around the end of the first year, somebody was just dogging on it, like junkyard LS engines belong in the junkyard or something like that. So I made that video in response to that. Shit was funny. Still ticking. Let's see. Imagine stuffing a 5.3 and a 93 Toyota short bed. Yeah, that would be a good time. I can't imagine that nobody's done that yet. I would think somebody had. I don't know. That Tacoma that has that K series engine in there though, man. It almost like it almost seems silly to put anything bigger in there after that guy's going so goddamn fast on a freaking K24 or whatever it is. I don't know if it's K20 or 24.
Oh my god, I thought.
I'm having an injector solenoid fault and I'm down 20 psi of boost. This sucks. 30 sounds good, but 52 psi makes the big thing pull. God damn. 50 psi. That's crazy. Well, hopefully it doesn't break. That seems pretty freaking low. That's big truck stuff. 52 psi of normal operating boost.
The LS Taco.
I like them too. I also like making my own parts. Yeah, no, that is fun, and that's one of the things that we're gonna start doing. We just, I like outsourcing stuff and doing projects with friends. So that you have somebody that's invested in the project and they help you out, and it brings new ideas and everything. Something that you didn't necessarily think about, they might think about, and vice versa. But we really want to get to a point where we're working on our own shit from beginning to end. So, I mean, that's the investment that we're going to make now, is investing in all the tools and the setup that we need, and moving out of here, obviously. We want something much, much bigger. We need an actual shop to work out of to do things proper. So that's the next step. We're probably moving. I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this season or in the middle of the season. I'm not sure, but we're looking to move to so that we can get a better setup for doing this type of shit. Mm-hmm. When it's all you do, you kind of, it seems like a smart enough move to cater to what you always do. It seems silly not to. Wish you could tune on a Cat ECU, dude. I mean, hell, an engine's an engine. But yeah, I'm sure Cat charges an insane amount for whatever software is required to mess with their ECUs. Let's see. It was like 13. Are you planning on bringing the truck or the Civic to the Western Colorado Dragway? I'm not sure. So I wanted to, but we were planning on having both cars ready a lot earlier. So now that the Civic build is going to be stretching out a little bit, I don't know how that's going to impact the races that we wanted to do. But I did want to take both cars to one of those events because there was something going on. I can't remember. I saw something, an event out there, and I was pretty interested in it. But yeah, we'll see. Tacoma wrecked at Honda Day? Oh, shit. Damn, that sucks. Like totaled, or how did that work out? There's a guy building an LS Taco on the YouTubes. Nice. I wonder how many people are telling him, bro, why are you putting a V8 in that shit? Haven't you seen that K24 Tacoma? It runs like sixes, bro. I'm sure he gets a lot of that.
I just want tacos now.
I know, I kind of do too. Thanks a lot, Derek. Now we want tacos. This guy here. Yeah, I've been looking for another K24A2. I shouldn't have sold it. Or sold the one that I got. I'm late, so I missed, but where are you moving to? I'm not sure what you missed. If you missed what's going on with the Civic, we're bringing the Civic home. This is like the brief description of it, because everybody else has probably heard it like 4 times. We're bringing the Civic home. We're going to finish the Civic in our own garage, but for the immediate race, the Great American No Prep Weekend, we're going to consolidate some of the parts that we need to spruce up the truck a little bit, and she's going to drive the truck. That's the skinny of it. Not sure how bad a shape it's in. Well, good thing he was all right. I assume he was all right. Otherwise, I'm sure he probably would have said, "Hey, that dude with the K24 taco died." The hard body would be cool with a K24 because it came with a KA24. That would be cool. It'd be like, hey, it's just stock 2.4, man. It'd be hilarious. Let's see. Have you seen the Hellcat Miata? I have, and so has apparently the rest of YouTube. I looked at it came across one of the suggested videos earlier today, and I looked at it, and it was like, I think it's only been up for like a week or something like that. The last video that he just did, and it's like 800 and something thousand views. Shit's doing crazy good. What are you doing?
Stealing this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Let's see.
Oh, my bad.
It was totaled at H-Day. Yeah, man, that sucks. But let me know if you're going to. You guys can stay at my house. But I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from the track. Okay, yeah, no, I'll definitely let you know. I got to figure out what that event was. I think I, said or posted interested, or maybe I posted going or something. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think what it was, but I can't remember.
Yeah, but I remember there was something that we were interested in.
Way.
Yeah. Plus, I've never been to that track, so I mean, that's like a short trip for us. It's like a road trip. Definitely feels like we're traveling, but it's not crazy far. Not a huge fan of driving over the damn mountains, though. That kind of sucks. But
Pussy.
I drive a Ford. I mean, I'm required to be a.
Told you, sell that thing, get a new truck.
Anybody selling a Duramax? Or
No,
not
I'm talking about,
Duramax,
like,
actually. I don't
a
know.
brand new spanking.
Oh no, dude, you're crazy. You know what the payments are on a brand spanking new truck? I ain't doing that shit.
A lot.
Yeah, we'll buy one outright. We'll just take the equity out of our house. We might not have enough. Dude, new diesels are expensive as shit. Yeah, Richard. No, thanks, man. I'll let you know as soon as we figure out what we're gonna do or which race that was. Jeremy said yes, they do. It had a local diesel tuner put the 1,850 foot-pounds of torque tune in it for $500. Took 10 minutes. God damn.
Good, he said 0 if you pay
Nice
cash.
turnaround.
There you go. Pay cash.
0 if you yeah. But then that comes into the equity thing, where we take out everything that we have on top of our house, and we maybe get into a nice diesel truck. Bitches are expensive. I always tell everybody. I mean, I've said this a number of times. The guy driving around in a BMW. That's not directed to you, Cody. But the guys driving around in the fancy cars and everything. I see somebody in a brand spanking new giant dually diesel. They got money. They got money. Those things are not cheap. $110K for a 2019. Like, what the shit? That's crazy. Let's see. What we got here? Jeremy Ware, what truck engine? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Peterbilt C15. Josh said Matt Frost event was canceled at Western Dragway. Yeah, no, it wasn't that one. I know that one. It was unfortunate. I mean, it's a lot of the guys that were in that one are in the oil industry, and the oil industry took a giant hit in Colorado. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate about a couple of races. Let's see. Derek Hansen says, buy a used school bus for $5K. Dude, I know. That's what I want. I saw somebody do that recently, though. But back when I used to work with with Max and Morgan with the PFC hatch. Oh, that's my bad. Oh my god. that was one of the things that we wanted to do. I wanted to buy a school bus, and obviously got to like change the door up a little bit. But I just saw somebody do that. They've got it on like airbags, and it just like slams on the ground, and they got ramps that go in, and the door is like I don't know if it's a roll up or a full. I don't know, but they made it work. It looks super cool. It'd be fun. Because you only need a part of the school bus to fit the car, and then you can like keep the other seats in there. You can put like couches or something in there. Be like toy hauler. Oh yeah. I mean, it's 14 feet. And school buses are pretty goddamn long.
No, white.
Oh yeah, I think so. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else we got here? Ram. Brand new. Oh, 5500 Ram chassis cab cost me almost $90K. It's bare bones, but I bought it brand new for peace of mind. No, I wish I could do that. I don't want the payment, and I don't want to throw that much money at only a vehicle. I mean, you got to think like, what am I going to throw $100K at? Either a house, that will possibly go up in value, property, shit like that, or put it into a vehicle that immediately, as soon as I drive it off, I've lost money. I know there's benefit in it, and I'll always have to have a decent truck, but I can't put it into a new one. I don't think I'll ever own a new one. I think I'll have to deal with diesels breaking on me all the damn time. Let's see. I've got a set of quick jacks you can borrow if you're bringing the Civic home and need to get under it at all. Oh, nice. Are those? Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think we'll be okay. The only thing I think of is when we start doing the rear end. I mean, we might need some stands that have like a finer adjustment, not just jack stand. What? No, Jesus Christ. I'm paying for 10 years, but it's earned its value in 6 months doing long hauls. Yeah. No, and that's, I understand that completely. Like, I get the value of a good truck. And, I mean, that's why we bought our commuter car brand new. That was the only reason why I would ever buy it, because I wanted at least one of our cars to be solid, that we know, isn't going to break down, isn't going to have stupid problems, like low maintenance. Because I was commuting a lot for work, and so it made sense. Now, same thing with the truck. If we all of a sudden find that we need to tow a lot more, then it may become something where there's enough value to us in it to buy something that expensive. But man, I don't think I would ever be able to swing brand new anyway. I mean, we'll see what kind of financial situation we're in. Once we leave Colorado, we might be in a much better financial situation.
You can tell.
What was that thing?
100K in a truck, you'll be spending more on her ring after that. Nope.
Wait. Oh, hell no. She already got her. No, there wouldn't be no, like, new ring or anything. When are you supposed to do that? We are supposed to do that at some point.
Oh, fucking no. We don't need
Is
to
that
do
like
it.
10-year anniversary or something like that?
Sure.
I'll get you a nice one.
I don't wear mine anyway.
I know, it just gets messed up.
Not to mention, like, my wedding band was $60 because I didn't want diamonds.
We got our priorities. Straight. School buses are maintenance regularly and get retired with low miles. Really? I didn't think they got retired with low miles. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Their routes aren't ever very long.
Set route.
I guess school bus just to. How are the motors in those school buses? Are they pretty? Are they like underpowered like a son of a bitch, or are they decent? Could I tow a big old trailer behind one? That'd be a hell of a drop hitch, huh? Let's see, 90K is only 66K. Oh, Canadian dollars. Oh, I got you, 66. 66. I didn't realize they were even down that low, even bare bones with, basic. So it was basically you bought a work truck. Is that what you're saying? Like manual windows and shit like that. I wouldn't mind doing that shit. I just needed to work, Since I bought it 4 years ago, I've put roughly 400K on it. That's a decent amount. What is 400K in miles? That's still a decent chunk. Let's see. All that money and you still have to go 55 because the trailer. Totally building the race bus hauler after the hard body He's done. That sounds like a bad idea. I mean, it sounds cool, but a lot of cool ideas sound like bad ideas too. They're oddly similar. A race bus to haul your hard body. That's gonna be a good one. 248,000. Oh, okay. Yeah. And in 4 years. Yeah, no, that is a decent amount. God damn. Aren't buses speed limited also? I imagine that can be taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we could always. I mean, shit. That engine bay has got to be huge. You could probably put a different motor in there. You know. I don't know. You guys are getting me off track. We gotta finish the goddamn truck and go racing first before we build any school bus stuff.
Finish the Civic.
Yeah, finish the Civic. Even you're getting ahead of it. Shh. Concentrate on driving the truck. This is your immediate task.
I can concentrate on multiple tasks.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah. No.
Spread it out. It's less concentration on each. Need you focused.
No.
Lock it up. All of them are low power and big trucks until you have injector trim codes adjusted. I got
Turn some wrenches. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, I guess we do have to get working. I don't know.
It's already 8. I gotta go to bed soon.
What?
I work early tomorrow.
Whatever. Early.
Says the person who wakes up at like
wrenches.
10.
I don't.
Lies.
You're high. They're only speed limited by the 40 crotch goblins sitting in the back. That's hilarious. Hi, Steve. Yeah,
my favorite one, though, my favorite like reference to a kid is fuck trophies.
Fuck trophies. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. I guess we should get to working on this damn thing. If she's got to go too, I was gonna leave the stream on, but if she's got to go too, I don't want to bore the shit out of you guys. So we'll probably just wrap it up. We'll do tons of video tomorrow, and a little bit more over the weekend, because they're gonna be going up north. I'm gonna mess with Carla's car a little bit when we're up there picking up the Civic.
Are you?
Yes. Next question. And then. Yeah, so we'll have a good. We're gonna keep doing the video as often as we're doing it. We're gonna have the weekly updates, and anytime I can do more video, I will do more. But we should have a lot of racing coming up soon because we're gonna get her on the track as much as humanly possible.
Yes.
So, must be good at wrapping it with no kids. Yep, we're wrapping it up. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update. We'll probably. I wonder if Pueblo has Wi-Fi, I might go live a little bit there tomorrow night, maybe for one of her passes or something. But if not, I'll have video and we'll post it up next week as normal.
I'll put it on my Instagram.
Plan B pancakes. No, you put it in the yogurt. You know.
Put what in the yogurt?
Yeah.
Oh no, just break her baby maker.
Pro tip. Just Falcon Punch?
Yeah. Just break it before you even have to use it.
Shit's going downhill. You guys are awesome. See you later. All right, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. I don't know. If you guys have any questions or whatever, or what was the link I was supposed to post?
Pro tip, do anal.
Chris comes in with the best one. Yeah, so just leave any comments down there if you have any extra questions that I didn't get to or whatnot. And yeah, we'll post up some hopefully successful passes that she makes tomorrow on some low power stuff and then slowly creeping it in.
Well, no, I just put it on low power so I can feel how slow it is, and then I'll be like, okay, turn it up. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, that's the first pass. And then we'll see, yeah,
all the
see how it
boosts.
goes. So. Yeah, we got a lot to. I'm gonna try to be as patient as possible. I just want her to go fast. God damn it! I know she can. She just needs to get comfortable with it. So.
Kind of a pussy.
Yeah, that's what we're working on tomorrow. Falcon punt. All right, I got.